Now let's talk about some of the legacy of some woke Black Americans, right? Because there are a lot of prominent historical Black figures that would be considered woke by today's standards. When you just look at all of the things that Black people were fighting for back in the day, y'all will for surely call Frederick Douglass woke. Y'all will for surely call Martin Luther King Jr. woke. Y'all will for surely say Malcolm X was woke. Y'all will for surely say Huey P. Newton was woke. Y'all will for surely say Bobby Seale was woke, and Angela Davis, and Harriet Tubman, and W.B. Du Bois, and Booker T. Washington. Kinda. When you read his book, you'll know. But he was kinda woke, But he still was for the people. So y'all would have demonized all of these people by the way that y'all are condemned the progress of Black American people instead of acknowledging, right, and integrating the experiences. I have a hard time understanding why the people who are against woke, these are people who love accountability to the T, right? Y'all love accountability until it's time for America to take accountability for a wrong that it did against Black people and that they did over and over and over again. It was like slavery, and then it was sharecropping, and then it was Jim Crow, and then it was mass incarceration, and then it was the crack era. It was all of these different things, right? The confluence of all of those different things is what put Black Americans in a position that they are in now, where we're at the lowest of almost all negative statistics. And it's no secret on why. Instead, we should face that when we talking about like integrating the shadow, right? I was reading Robert Greene's book about integrating the shadow self. And it's like we face that and we take away the negatives, right? And I don't mean not teach it by taking it away. I mean we unlearn the negative practices, right? We take the positive practices and then we build more as we go. I don't even think America's fully integrated. Like you might say it is, right? Like we're unified by the dollar, but we're not integrated up here. And I feel like if we were integrated up here, where everybody accept their faults, because African American people had their faults too, right? But if we all integrate here, America would be a way better place. But what y'all not finna do is have us throwing out real Black American history. Y'all not finna do that. We're not gonna let that happen. I'm just telling y'all that. We're gonna remember it, and we're gonna hold that close to the chest. You feel me? We on some never forget shit too. I'm just saying. We on some never forget shit too. That don't mean that time don't move on. We had our battles, right? We had our freedom battles, but it's just important that we begin to integrate ideologically. And that means that America needs to come to a state of acceptance on what the fuck happened in the past and identify with the positives and stop identifying with the negative. Because all it does is create resentment on both sides. But they all fought for the rights and the dignity of African Americans and Black Americans, right? And they exemplified the original meaning of being woke. They were the ones who stood out in a crowd of people. They were the trailblazers that not only made significant strides in dismantling systemic racism and empowering Black Americans, but also served as role models and mentors for future generations. People still follow the words of Malcolm X to this day. People still follow the words of Martin Luther King to this day. People still following the words of Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale and Fred Hampton to this day. By understanding and celebrating their contributions, we can appreciate the true essence of what it meant to actually be woke and draw inspiration from their resilience and their wisdom. Now, the anti-woke movement. The anti-woke movement has been a political tool to demonize Black intellectualism and hold the past unaccountable for the present. By discrediting and mocking the concept of woke, the anti-woke movement seeks to silence conversations about racial injustice and erode empathy and maintain the status quo that only promotes abundance of opportunities for some and promotes a scarcity of opportunities for others. The anti-woke movement's dismissal of the term and its original intentions serves to undermine the legitimacy of the Black community's historical experiences and their ongoing struggle for equity in this nation, for the proper proportion of success and opportunities and investment in communities and all of that good stuff, etc., in proportion to their population. That's what we really want, is the proper proportion that we deserve of opportunities and everything that we pretty much fought for in this country. And their ongoing struggle for equality, equity, economic parity, whatever you want to call it. To address and rectify the racial disparities in our society, we must be willing to engage in open and honest discussion about our shared history and resist the efforts of those who seek to silence these essential conversations in the name of maintaining their privilege and their comfort.
So you got the opponents of this kind of using the word woke as their stand-in, their dog whistle, they used to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you feel about that?
It is what it is. Like we said, it doesn't belong to us anymore. And you know, once something goes out in the world, it takes a life of its own. It's an energy of its own. I can tell you what woke means.
Please.
It just means being aware, being in alignment with nature. Because if you're in alignment with that, you're aware of everything that's going on.
You sound like you have equanimity or peace about people misusing it. Like when you can't control it,
Right.
that guy we showed, Ron DeSantis or Trump or anybody's going to use it for their purposes, you say, well, let them try, and that's that.
Yeah, but and then that's a good push for us to document our own history, you know, instead of having it documented for us. You know, we have to document what we are doing and who we are, if we care about that, you know, if we care about our children knowing the story. And it's not about right and wrong, it's just about the story.
In conclusion, it's crucial to recognize how the term woke has been hijacked and misappropriated by white America. But you know what? At the end of the day, they can keep it. I mean, I don't know. It's some people that might want to still use the word, but the word just seems so dirty to me now. Like, you know, it don't even feel right no more. It's like, you know, you let somebody borrow something and, you know, you don't know what happened or what they did with it, and then you get it back, and it just don't even feel right. Like, you can have it, you're going to set that thing on the side, you ain't even going to let it, I don't even want it no more. Instead of trying to reclaim the term, let's focus on what truly matters. Honoring the legacy of the Black community and the countless individuals and ancestors who have fought for our empowerment. Also, let's remain vigilant and protect our culture's style, practices, and terminologies from being stolen and misappropriated. Our language is a reflection of our history, identity, and resilience. And we gotta ensure that going forward, we keep it intact, upholding its power and meaning, and keeping our language and our culture from being diluted. So, as we move along, let's make a note to ourselves. Going forward, we need to ensure that we keep our narratives intact and controlled by us. We need to keep our cultural identities positive, and we need to have seats at the table, or create our own seats and our own table where our voices are heard, undiluted, and unapologetically Black. And I'm gone. Man, if you got to the end of this video, man, I appreciate y'all. You know, this has definitely been something that's a long time in the making. I've been, you know, thinking about this for a while. I wish I would have dropped it a little while ago, but hey, it's cool. But anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If this gave you value, if you found this interesting, you know, stay up to date on all my latest content. I have a whole lot of ideas that, you know, are in the realms of this, but also like some tech and business stuff too. And also personal and self-empowerment stuff as well. Also, if you agree or if you disagree, or if there is something that I forgot, let's talk about it in the comments, right? Shoot me a DM or a comment, but keep it respectful though. Like, you know, keep it fucking respectful. But I'm willing to discuss. So please, let's talk about it. Until the next video, peace.